Galaxias chapter 27 is officially out, and this was a short chapter, but a very good chapter. We got new characters, we got some extra pieces of world building, and also power skillers are still going to have a field day with this series once it inevitably becomes mainstream, which is my hope because more people need to read the series. But yeah, we had a short chapter this week. We get to see what Antares' home base is like, and we get to see a bit of interactions between the high-ranking members of the Royal Zodiac, which I'll get into for this chapter. So I have a lot to talk about, despite this chapter only being about 12 pages long. Before we jump into things, don't forget to like and subscribe and hit the notification bell for updates on future videos. Really helps and ensures you guys enjoy the content I make here on the channel and shows you want to see more. Also, starting from now, every video I make is going to be placed on my Patreon first or right after it's live on YouTube for ad-free content, and also for there to be no censorship. Like in this chapter, you'll see why I had to put censorship in it. That way YouTube doesn't, age restrict my videos, unfortunately, because they're very weird with it. But yeah, you'll have unaltered, uncensored reviews and just general discussion videos going up early over there, whether it be the day before, night before, or a few weeks beforehand when it comes to larger videos. I'm trying to make Patreon a bit more of a viable option and to give you guys a better experience through that, and through that you also get access to my patrons only Discord server, so you can interact with other fans and theorize about stuff or just talk about anime and manga in general. So a link with that will be in the description down below, so go and check it out if you want these videos up early before they release on YouTube, or just have them uncensored, or to see other videos that I have stored up that I haven't been able to release yet. But that self-plug out of the way, let's jump right into chapter 27 of Galaxias, titled Starification, which cover image is just Neraid and Geo, really nice wholesome image, with Geo grabbing onto Neraid's tail. Nothing too out of the ordinary. Really hurts that these two are now separated and one is about to be sentenced to death, but hey, what can you do? The chapter starts off with the train that Geo and Antares are on, as they make it to the kingdom's far north corner of the Scorpio region, Krenka, which we see the outskirts of this incredibly industrialized area, and Geo looks out to see that the sea that they are on is frozen solid due to how cold it is. We see brief shots of the inside of this area with cranes and construction going on, and we focus in on just one man, as we then get a double-page spread showcasing the train going over tracks heading towards the center of this area, and the detail for this base, for this town, this city, is just insane. The structure, the way the shading is, all the pipes, the smoke coming out from everything screams just fully industrialized city, full-on metal. It is a lot in here. So yeah, it is a really cool and detailed panel. But we then cut to Antares, who has just recently taken a shower. Yes, you can see why I decided to make this video censored, right? First off, nice. But yeah, we get this, and she then exits and starts to go to her main quarters. When she grabs the doorknob, she gets an electric current on her as she then walks in, as somebody welcomes her. And that somebody is Alrescha, one of the 12 Zodiacs. And as Antares calls her, the Lightning Dragon Knight. And amazing design. You probably already got spoiled with her, she's probably the thumbnail, but my lord, we got 3 for 3 when it comes to dragon waifus in this series, and Ao Sensei really has no idea how to just chill when it comes to giving us some of these amazing designs. I can tell she's going to be instantly popular just like Antares, but for completely different reasons, if you can tell from the image. But she welcomes Antares back, as she's been waiting for a long time, and it felt like an eternity, being kind of playful in that aspect. And so she gets up to see Antares, as Antares just calls her the Lightning Dragon Knight, being kind of cold towards her. But she gets up close to Antares and says that she came all this way to see her, and wouldn't it at least be a courtesy to just call her by her name? But Antares kind of blows her off, saying that would afford too much respect to a woman who breaks into someone's room without permission. As Alrescha is just kind of annoyed at her just blowing her off. Antares says that she didn't send a word in advance as to why she's here, and that an unofficial meeting between at least 2 members of the Royal Zodiac has some severity towards it, and so she wants to know why she's there. But Alrescha just tells her that there's no need to worry, she's not even actually there. This is a projection sent by means of an electrical cable along the ocean floor, as we get to see an electric cable on the ocean floor. As we see Alrescha is on a boat, where the real her is, and she's about 1,500 kilometers south of the Scorpio region, and its waters near the Pisces region, which my guess is maybe her area. or different Dragon Knights. I'll get to that in a second. But yeah, 1,500 kilometers away is a long distance. That's almost 1,000 miles. That is a very, very long distance. But it does imply that she can basically create a full-on physical projection of herself that can seemingly interact with things, and she can see through this projection of her from miles away as long as there's a way for her electrical currents to travel, which is an insane thing to consider. Like, she can be practically anywhere and create clones of herself that she can see, hear, and act through. Whether she can physically touch things and fight with that projection is still yet to be confirmed, but the fact that we got it like this is just absolutely insane. It could have massive implications for the future when we inevitably have to fight her. But back to the main point of the chapter, Alrescha just ends up being in giddy and glee, saying that her projection is incredibly real just like her. Up until now, there was never even a cable where Antares' kingdom was, and so there was nothing that could withstand her electrical current until now, and she just had to try doing it like this, and it is good progress for her. But Antares says that it's impressive, and that she's even managed to perfectly replicate her unpleasant ozone odor that follows her, and Alrescha just got incredibly embarrassed over this, as you didn't have to say that stuff. It's mainly due to her electrical discharges in the air, and it's just inevitable, yet still embarrassing. Antares just has that cold demeanor that anything she says as a retort towards other people with Alescha's personality could just be a funny bit. And it's just nice seeing two Royal Zodiac members just interact like this. But comedic moment aside, Antares asks what she wants, and that she didn't just come here to show off her ability. And so, Alrescha gives us a big bombshell, and that she just recently put down a fellow Royal Zodiac member and their rebellion, and she ended up needing to, and I quote, blow up an entire island. And she's put out a warning for the regions downwind due to the aftermath, as we see her ship is sailing away from a giant seeming mushroom cloud exploding in the air. Alrescha basically nuked an entire island off the face of the map because a Royal Zodiac member seemingly started to incite a rebellion. So, a bunch of things in this one sentence is just insane. One, there is the possibility of Royal Zodiac members just doing full-on rebellions, and now a Royal Zodiac member is seemingly dead from what I can get from this, which fully encapsulates the whole Dragon Knight system, and even the Royal Zodiac are not a monolith. They could just turn against the kingdom and fight each other if need be. And if this is the case, with that island removed, a Dragon Knight might be dead, which means somebody else is going to have to take the role of that Royal Zodiac. And this area, like close to the Pisces region, might have been the region of this Royal Zodiac that she just flat out killed, and where their capital was. And also, she nuked an entire goddamn island. Like, what an actual introduction to another Royal Zodiac member. With Antares, she basically just reconstituted the entirety of paneling to copy her movements and attacks, even cutting through the baseline of the panels to showcase her sheer raw strength. And now the second Royal Zodiac member we meet nukes an island, like casually sailing away from an island she just nuked. Like, this series knows how to do introductions to powerful characters that we should be afraid of. And Alrescha, despite her adorable and obviously attractive demeanor, she is deadly as hell. And yeah, I don't know how to feel about that in certain aspects, but I'm just still excited. The hype keeps building for this series, and I just cannot wait to see her in actual fights, to see how she implements her abilities and how her electrical abilities work in a fight, and how she can do this projection in a fight potentially. But back to the present, Antares ends up saying that a phone call would have been better than this. But Alrescha just says a little warmth wouldn't kill her. And she also says she also wanted to speak with her directly about Yuri Hol, as she gets serious for a minute, and this is where our chapter ends. So, not only are we getting the introduction of a Royal Zodiac member outside of Antares and having them interact, we're getting more build-up as to their strength and their abilities, and we also get to see Antares' home base. But now we're getting teased with a Royal Zodiac member having information or certain things that she wants to discuss about Yuri Hol, the most wanted man in the world, and whose daughter just got brought here to get ready to be sent off for execution. Things are coming together in an interesting way, and I am incredibly excited to see where this ends up leading, because even though, again, short chapter, there was a good amount packed into these 12 pages, man. This was so much fun to read. I had a big grin on my face for a multitude of reasons in this chapter. But the hype around Alrescha is 100% one of them. But now we got some more world building and more teases for Yuri Hol. So there is a lot that's still being built up to and needs revealing. And Galaxias just keeps delivering. And I really want more people to talk about this series because while I'm the only one talking about it, this series is still incredibly under the radar. And I really want to talk about this series a lot more. But for right now, we seem to be back on the usual bi-weekly release schedule. We have good chapters every single time, which I'm very happy for, and I cannot wait to see what happens next. But I really do hope the mangaka has good health. And also, the third volume of the manga is currently out, so if you want to help support the series, find a way to buy the Japanese release to help boost its sales to show that its popularity is growing even overseas. Antares is the cover, which is amazing. But with that all said and done, what do you guys have to say about this chapter? How do you feel about this new Dragon Knight Alrescha? How do you feel about her introduction and the world building around it? What do you think they're going to discuss about Yuri Hol? And how do you feel about this series going forward? Leave your thoughts and opinions in the comment section down below. And if you haven't already, like and subscribe and hit the notification bell for updates on future videos. Really helps and it shows you guys enjoy the content I make here on the channel and shows you want to see more. And once more, don't forget to check out the Patreon for the uncensored version of this video and to get these videos earlier than the public releases. And with all that said and done, I hope you all have an awesome day.